good, y'all? We here with another episode of Clear the Air. I got my guy Rocco. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good, baby.
For
Good.
sure, for
Appreciate you
sure.
for having me.
Yes, sir. No doubt. All right, cool. We're gonna start it with the first question. Let everybody get to know you. You came from HBCU, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, how did the HBCU build you as a pro and then as a man?
Man, going to HBCU built me as a pro. I had coaching staff that literally invested in me the way that they did, as far as not just on the court but off the court overall. Like teaching us about being Black men in America.
For sure.
The things that we had to overcome, the obstacles. Nobody really, gives you that benefit in that regard. Like the color of our skin kind of defines us, and you always got a knock against you. So you always got to go in there with a chip on your shoulder. And he taught us the foundation of that. And, I'm thankful I got the chance to experience, a man like that. So I've had coaches like that throughout my life.
Yeah.
But on that regard, I had numerous that literally taught us on a different level because they had been through a lot.
For sure.
And so going to HBCU just shaped me, foundation, family,
Yeah.
Core values of those things, and the camaraderie there. Like
fact.
there's so many of us.
Yeah.
Like you see everybody Black and brown, beautiful, all from different parts of the world. And the culture there.
Yeah, for sure.
The culture there is what really solidified everything for me, especially. Like after my rookie year, I'm not after my rookie year, after my official visit, like before it was even over, before I even got in my hotel room, and really laid down. As soon as I was done with the dinner, my coaches, like literally, I called my parents right away, told them I found my school.
Yeah.
Like, and it was a no-brainer. And people always ask me, man, like, well, if you could change it, would you? Like, no. Because that experience and that time, it shaped me for who I am.
Cool, for sure. So what's something about the culture of HBCUs that somebody who didn't go doesn't understand?
Greek life.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a great one.
Divine Nine.
Yeah, for sure.
Greek life. I just crossed Alpha, Phi Alpha. Last year, spring 25.
Okay.
And I knew back then, like, that was one of the things that I love. And I didn't even know much about Greek life until I got there. So I learned a lot during that time period. The culture is, they're not there to utilize you. They're here to advance you.
For sure.
The people, the faculty there, like they were there to literally, not because of basketball, not because of things. They were there to get us across the stage, and that was the one thing that I loved the most about them. That sold me in that regard was, like I said, they basically came in and told me, like, my job is to get you across the stage, and that's something that my grandmother wanted for me, wanted for me and my brothers, and we all did it. So
for sure,
that, the bonds, the friendships, like the things that go on, like it was so much stuff. The nightlife is different. So
yeah.
And being in the South, like I got exposed to a lot of love in the South. Like my family originated from the South, but being a kid from Chicago, like I didn't really get the experience until I actually went to TSU.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So now past college, you get in the draft. What was your emotions like on draft night? And then tell the story of you getting your first call, like to go to summer league and whatnot.
The emotions that went through, considering all the things that I had went through during that time, I had a scare where basically when I went to the combine, that I had a great showing, but I had a faulty test that came back from the EKG test, and that put everything at a halt.
For sure.
Like that put everything at a halt. So when I did that, that kind of just changed the trajectory of everything. And then at that point, we just simply, like I said, at that point I had to accept it. Right?
Sure.
I accepted it, but my agent couldn't accept it at the time. Yeah. So he went back and got a second opinion, and they realized that there was a faulty. It was a faulty test read. So we got a second opinion. So a second opinion said that. So then we redid the test, and then they went back and it was like, oh no, my heart's fine. Like, and now we had to scramble to get workouts and everything because now you had to spread the word
For sure.
that essentially I'm good. And so when I did that, at that point, I had 10 workouts in 2 weeks.
Okay, cool. Were they like? Was it a lot of travel to each one?
Every other day I was on the plane.
Okay.
Every other day I was on the plane. I think I had 1 day in between or 2 days in between, and I had to fly from where I was, which is West Coast, to the East Coast, just to go drop off all the dirty clothes that I had, and literally wash and then get back on the road the next day. So I was on the plane all the way up until the day of the draft.
That's crazy. You was jet lagged?
Very much.
Yeah.
Very much. But it's a one-time shot.
For
so
sure.
no matter what, you got to fight through it.
Yeah.
So this is what you work for. This. So I got home the day of the draft. Got home the day of the draft, and I think I got home from Cleveland.
Okay.
I worked out for them the day of the draft, and when I went home, no, the day before the draft, when I went home, we had simply just my mom put together this whole event, draft party. This little hotel that's not too far from my house, like immediate family. So while the draft is on, first round comes and goes. Like I knew I wasn't going first round.
Yeah.
Second round goes, my agent has been calling me saying this team, this scenario, breaking all these things down. But then it comes to the 36th pick, 35th pick, and Philly has that pick. And before that pick, my agent called me and basically told me that Philly was going to take you. And so only two people knew, which was my advisor at the time and my agent. So everybody else didn't know. So like we're holding on to this while the numbers are in the second round is getting ready to start. So as time goes, my agent calls me back again. I step outside and he's like, yeah, like they said they're taking you. So I'm like, all right. So I go upstairs where we were. It was me, my dad, my advisor, and my old coach. And right when their names come up, I'm like, get ready. So everybody looking at me like, what you mean?
Yeah.
And so when the pick came in and dropped, so I was getting ready to like waiting for my emotions to pour out. But they picked Glenn Rice Jr.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
So I was confused. My agent was confused. My agent called me like, well, I called my agent and was just like, yo, what happened? And he was like, we just got off the phone with them. They said, we trying to figure out what. So when that happened, my agent called and was like, yeah, I'm going to call them back. Never got back in touch with them. So the draft is going. So my agent have a conversation with me. He's basically saying, like, one or two things happen. You still can get drafted or we can just push for another route. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, if you get drafted, you are stuck, essentially. If you don't get drafted, which is probably the better option, then you got better range to choose. So this was like early in late, kind of late in the second round, like around 42, 43 pick.
Yeah.
And so my agent called me back like about 5 minutes later. And when he called me, that's when he's like, I got to deal with you with Houston Rockets. And ultimately, like, I was ecstatic. So he was like, yeah, you got to go to Summer League and you just got to go do what you do.
For sure.
So I did. And last day of Summer League, I essentially did it. I got better game by game in Orlando Summer League. And essentially, what they said is that you coming back to Houston with us.
For sure. That's fire.
So I flew back to Houston. I signed my contract, and then that's when it started to feel real.
Yeah.
Like it started to sit in. So now looking back on that, it's just like everything unfolds how it's supposed to.
No, for
So
sure.
like I'm thankful that I went through the things that I went through because it made me stronger, it made me tougher, it made me like mentally stronger,
For
like
sure.
because I got exposed to a lot early on, like a lot of what people don't get exposed to.
No, for sure. All right, cool. So when you got to the league, what was the moment where you was like, okay, cool, I can compete with all these guys?
I think once I played in the G League my rookie year, so I really didn't get too much action. But my second year after the summer I had with the Rockets, like it was a complete transformation.
Mm-hmm.
And during training camp and training camp and summer league and everything, like my game just progressed.
For sure.
And so I took it as a challenge because they said Ted Brand told me that in order for you to do X, Y, and Z, you got to be better. And everybody know I could shoot, I could score, I could do all those different things, very versatile, but you got to be a better defender. So that became a reality once I got to Philly.
Facts.
So year by year, I got better. But it was like that first year in Philly is when I'm like, yeah, because it's more opportunity, it's nothing to lose, and then you just get a chance to really develop, and there's no expectations, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. So with playing defense, who was the toughest player that you guarded through your career?
Kyrie.
What makes him the toughest?
Kyrie got a counter for a counter for a counter.
Okay.
So
give an example of a play.
I done spoke about this play too many times. Kyrie, me and him 1-on-1, and shot clock's winding down. Kyrie hit me with a move. I catch the first move.
Yeah.
He counters the opposite way, goes another move. Catch that move, but then Kyrie hits me with a third move. And this is an oh no moment because I felt my feet about to get ready and come up under me. I grabbed Kyrie so fast to foul him.
Yeah.
Like I grabbed Kyrie so fast, like literally, come here. And Kyrie, I said this in a couple podcasts, is that if he was taller, he's one of the most skilled players.
Yeah, for sure.
If he was a tad bit taller, he'd probably be in the conversation of the GOAT.
The GOAT.
So, like his skill set, the things that he do, like the way he is with basketball, like there's not too many people that's like that.
For sure.
And even though you stop him, he still has another gear. So it's not too many that you can find like that.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, cool. So with all that, when it comes to knowing your role, what's like the biggest thing that you had to realize that to stay on the court?
Defend.
Okay.
Defend and knock down shots.
Yeah.
Defend and knock down shots. Do the little things. Like I didn't care about the stat sheet. Like I've never been that type of player.
For sure.
I had a high school coach that literally told me that he needed me to be more aggressive, but overall I'm a team player.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've always been that. Whatever we need to do to win, like if I don't got to score, if I got to rebound more, if I got to block more shots, if I got to do the little things, and that's what's gonna help us win.
Yeah.
My ego is never in it like that. It never was. I've always been like that. So I want to do the little things that goes unnoticed.
For sure.
Because that's what really matters.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything else, I don't have to go and score 30, 40 points. I can.
Yeah.
But that's not, you don't need me to do that. You got other guys that you pay for that. My job is how can I affect the game? So that's essentially what my entire, career has been, like, except for my first year. As the years went by in Philly, my highest average, I think, was like 13 and a half points.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my first year in Philly. And then it slowly decreased, like, 12, I think I averaged 12, 8. It just started to decrease. and because the requirement was there. My
For
job is
sure.
to knock down. I can went from getting maybe 8 to 10 shots a game to some games I'm only getting none throughout my career. But what did I do on the other side?
Playing defense, guarding the best player.
Yeah, so I've talked about it in many different ways. Like I played in Philly. Philly fans are some of the craziest fans, and they will literally boo the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Like, and they don't care. But one thing that I was always respected for is the fact that even though I'm not making shots, I'm still on the other end doing my job. Like, but people only focus on small things. So, you know, I've always been that, like, no matter what, I can't let one side affect the other side. And if I let offense affect defense, which my job isn't to do that,
For sure.
it's to play defense.
Yeah.
Like, make the plays that nobody else is willing to make. Like, sell out in that regard. So, like, I never been that type of player, the selfish type, the one on one. That yeah, I've never been that.
No, for sure. That's real. Okay, cool. So speaking of organizations and all that, what's the best organization and the best teammate that you had?
The best organization that I've been at,
And we can say like facilities, food, travel, whatever, like however you want to rank it.
um, I would say Minnesota.
That's it. That's unique. What about them? Is
Just the way that they handle majority of things, Minnesota, and then Clippers.
okay, cool. I've been to the Clippers spot
Yeah,
and over there.
it's
Yeah.
people within the organization that will put them over that standpoint, but just the overall, like the way that they handled everything, like from the organization from top to bottom. My time there, like I really appreciate it
No, for sure.
because there was a lot of honesty there.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
What about best coach?
The best coach I've had, I would say, is Mike D'Antoni for sure.
Okay, cool. What about him?
Mike
Just
D'Antoni had a play for he was an offensive wizard and guru. Uh, Mike set up here and had plays that we like, and then when we see him in real time, it's like, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay, cool. So you actually played with James Harden while he was like top tier James Harden.
yes.
So with Mike D'Antoni's offense, was it times where James Harden was like, you know what, forget the offense, I'm still finna just go score. It was most of that stuff through Mike D'Antoni setup.
No, I was through a Mike D'Antoni setup. He always put the ball in his hands and he told him make a play.
Yeah,
And you're gonna draw attention. He said he'll do certain things, draw up certain plays. And James and Mike spent a lot of time together, so
yeah,
like they were picking off of each other. So it's like it was already understood.
for sure.
What was the expectation for that? And so um, when we were there, and they said we came up with he had a bunch of things. Like he had a bunch of stuff, and it literally was amazing.
Yeah,
It was amazing to experience. So, like, yeah, D'Antoni would be my Brett Brown would be the second.
yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Okay, cool. So like even playing with like a Harden, is it different? Like if you about to set a screen for him, is it like you know he about to just go get it? Or
Nah, it just
yeah,
depends because I've set screens for him, and literally because gets so much attention,
it's right
I've
back.
actually thrived off of that. Like
Yeah,
prime example, the bubble. Like I thrived in that role.
for sure.
Like me and James was a 1-2 punch for a good while.
Yeah,
Like he'll get double team and he'll hit me behind the back pass or split the defense and he'll hit me. Like it was a bunch of plays where he did that.
for sure. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So let's take it to the business side of the league and getting traded. Yo, very first time getting traded, what was your reaction?
I was completely off guard.
Well, okay, so like tell the story of like what you were doing in that moment.
We were in Memphis, Tennessee, and I woke up. We was off back to back, and I was getting up to go to our pregame meeting, which was at noon. I woke up about 11:30. Brushed my teeth. Like I see my phone is going off, but I'm like not really paying attention. But
Yeah,
then when I actually pick up the phone, like the notifications really started to go off. So at that point, what it was that um I went back and I picked up my phone and I looked and it said breaking news. I'm like, breaking news. It said Philadelphia just selected Jimmy Butler. I mean, Philadelphia just traded for Jimmy Butler,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and I'm like, oh snap, we got Jimmy. Like, I wonder how they pulled that off.
Yeah.
Look at the trade details, my name in it, and it's like, hold up, wait a minute,
That's crazy.
like, what's going on? Because previous months, my name had been in trade talks with Kawhi Leonard in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the front office about it and was like, hey, if y'all gonna trade me, like potentially trade me, like, give me a heads up. Like, give me an idea of like what y'all plan is, because like I got a lot of moving components that I gotta be mindful of.
For sure.
And they were like, nah, like we're not gonna do that. Like, you're part of this core, like you part of the engine that helps us run. Like, we need you, that the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. And I went to him 3 times. Like, when trade talks started, when it died down, and it started back up, and then right before the season started. Because at this point, it was another kickoff. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's potential Philly might do something. It's like, well, my name been in it, so even if it's not there, like, is it anywhere that y'all? And it was like, nah. And so I took them for their word. And so 3 weeks into the season, we played Charlotte the night before. Then we go to Memphis. And then the conversation afterwards, after I read what's the name, my agent didn't even know.
That's crazy.
My agent didn't have no clue.
Yeah.
Like, he called me and was like, I'm lost just like you, and I'm like, okay. So then they called me and basically it was like, man, we appreciate you. Like, your time was like, we couldn't appreciate a better person, better human. He was like, but we couldn't pass up on this opportunity. I said, okay, I understand. So it hit me like later on, like how much that affected me, because it literally I built my everything in Philly. Like, Philly was my second home, so it was a slap in the face, and the feelings that came behind, like, damn, literally y'all just told me, like, as I came to y'all. So now it puts you in that mindset. I don't believe nothing nobody says, because I know that anything is possible.
For sure.
So there was only one GM that kept it real with me.
Which one? Who was that?
Gershon Rosa. No, I take that back. Gershon and Brian Colangelo.
Okay.
They were the only 2 GMs that kept it real with me.
Yeah.
And like was honestly did what they said when they came to the decision for his organization. Like, Colangelo told me, what his things were, and Gershon called me when I got traded from Minnesota to Houston. He called me and said, "Cub, listen, you are ahead of us, and you in a place where I want you to win. You're such a good human. You're such a good person. Like, and your work ethic and everything. Like, you deserve to win now. So we're gonna put you in the best situation. Like, we're gonna trade you to Houston."
For sure. How'd you feel like when that happened? Like, now you're going back?
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Like, I appreciate the honesty. Like,
Yeah.
and it wasn't nothing to call the guard, so I got a chance to prepare.
For sure.
And even though, that's not like what I'm saying it always happens, but I appreciate the honesty about it.
Yeah.
Because no matter what I've ever sat up here and experienced, I'm gonna do my job until my name is not on this jersey. Don't matter if I trade talks or X, Y, and Z. I'm not gonna act funny. I'm not gonna do none of that. So I explained that and said, I just want to know, like, so I can prepare, because I'm gonna do my job. That's what feeds my family.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my job. Like, and I also know trades are part of the business. But if it's a potential, just let me know. Like, we have that type of relationship where.
No, facts. For sure. So what is it like when the trade happens and then now you have to relocate from Memphis? You have to go straight to Minnesota, or?
I had to relocate. This is how it went. I went from Memphis to Minnesota to Philly.
Yeah.
To go back, just to fly out of Philly the next day, just to go back to Minnesota.
That's crazy.
So when the trade happened, I had to fly into the city that I just got traded. So I'm walking in all of this Philly gear, in the airport in Minnesota, and I get noticed throughout the airport because I had to walk to my gate
Yeah,
to catch. Like, y'all couldn't even put me on a straight flight.
that's crazy. Yeah,
You couldn't even put me on a straight flight. Like, y'all put me on a connecting flight.
yeah, that's insane.
But that's just these are things that people don't really know about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it it bothered me for a little bit because it's like I gave y'all opportunity to tell me, and but that's when I understood the business side of it. Certain people they gonna be truthful with, and even then they're not gonna be. Like, people gonna do what they feel is best,
For
and
sure.
they gonna worry about themselves. So throughout that time, I've been lied to, I've been lied on, I've been told things, and then the opposite happened. But I expect people to be who they are. Like, I'm very observant, so I notice a lot of different things, and I'm not one to sit up here and shy away from hard conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Never have been. Like, and in the middle of it, like, honesty is key.
For sure.
So in that regard, like, I don't have a problem with, if there's going to be a potential opportunity for change. Like, no, just let me know. The last
Facts.
time I got traded, I had no clue.
Facts. Yeah, that's crazy. That's real. So with all that and like going to a new team, you're still known as one of the guys who's going to guard the best player. So how are you like how do you watch film of a guy you might guard? 'Cause it's a little different watching it as an offensive player, but like for defense,
I study moves, I study habits, I study rhythms, um, tendencies, because the way people play is the way they practice.
for sure.
Like, so I that's part of the being observant. Like, I watch significant amount of film of players, and because I've been in the league so long, like, I didn't have to watch as much as I got older because I already know what to look for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in real time. I'm watching film in my head. So the very things that I'm seeing, like, I'm dissecting, like, I'm putting in those things in real time. I'll go back and just confirm, but I don't gotta watch as much
Facts.
because I know the game in that regard.
For sure.
So as I got older, I didn't watch as much film. I just watched enough of what I needed to.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have to watch before. I watched 30, 40 clips of one dude. Like, it's like, as I got older, like 10 clips max on my guy, because it's like I'm studying, like, because you're going to repetitive throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm studying. Kyrie is one of the hardest people to watch because you never know what Kyrie going to do.
Yeah.
So, and it's other players that are similar, but everybody has a rhythm. Like, and when I watch the game, I'm watching their rhythm.
For
I'm
sure.
watching their body language, their movement, because this is the stuff that they work on in the season.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically playing your repetition. So the more I study them in that regard, I do it in real time. That's how my brain works.
Facts.
I'm able to do it in real time while the game is going. I'm also able to do it while the game is going on.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's one of the things that help push me to a certain perspective and a certain place in league, and it's very unique to sit up here and realize that and understand in that regard.
For sure. But with that, we got some film I'm gonna show. I just want you to break down what was going through your head on this play, on a couple plays. So we're gonna start. This was in Philly. Yeah.
One of the best things that I do is help side defense. Like, watching, get to my spot up, get my feet together.
Okay, cool.
Like, essentially, that's literally what I do. And that, what I just explained to you about repetition, those are things that I practice.
Mm-hmm.
Is guarding somebody and getting a stop, being vertical, X, Y, and Z, then going to sprint down the court
For sure.
and getting corner three, or lane extended three, or top of the key three, whatever the case may be. Wing three or break, whatever it might be, it's different spots, but I gotta make two in a row.
For sure.
And if I don't make two in a row, then I gotta sit up here and I gotta go back and do it again. So the very thing the way that I play is the way that is what I do in practice. So this is what I'm saying about the repetition part.
Yeah.
Because I got to make plays on one end, and then I got to go do exactly what was seen.
For sure.
So that's what became my norm, and like that's what I practiced throughout that thing.
Cool. All right, we're gonna go to the next play. This was a heat check.
A heat check also, but
this is the whole game.
Yeah, this is a hot game. Yeah, this is a hot game. I think.
I picked this film. I picked this play in particular because all the buckets that I noticed, it wasn't like you're forcing nothing. You just slide, and if Russ driving to the basket, it's an easy slide down to the corner, easy shot.
Relocate and find the open seam. Like that's another thing of what I had to practice is finding the seams. You never know what's going to happen, where the ball is going to come, and sometimes it will get to where that will actually throw me off because I'm not moving to that regard. And I started working with lethal shooter, and my rhythm and stuff changed as time went on.
Yeah.
And the more I move, shout out to my guy Lloyd Pierce. He was probably the best. He is the best coach that I've had as far as like the player development and like the work. Everything that you see right there is all the product of the work we did, like behind closed doors.
Sure.
But in practice, whether we was simulating the drill or we was just having competition, like this is what you see. So, and that's one thing that was able to help me, evolve into the player that I was, is understanding that it's so much more I can do. Because a lot of times I realize that when I miss shots, a lot of times it's me throwing myself off by a little thing. So when I started working with Lethal, he started making me be more conscious of the little things. Like, yeah, I can shoot, but it's these little smaller things that people aren't aware of that are actually throwing your shot off. If you gauge yourself differently, then you would sit up and break it down easy.
Yeah, for sure. How long does it take for those little habits to change and become the natural habit?
It just depends on you.
Yeah,
like the way our workout was with Lethal, the first time I ever worked with him, I didn't shoot a shot for the first probably hour and a half.
That's okay. That's good. Yeah.
Like we didn't shoot a shot. Like it was all rhythm. It was all feet, footwork, like all those different things. And then he's like, "All right, now you ready?" And we were just constantly like repetition and that. As we doing it, I'm like, "Bro, when we gonna shoot?" But it's like he like, "Nah." So I got frustrated with him, but then when I understood exactly what he was doing, and I'm like, "Bro, we gotta apply this."
Yeah.
But his level of understanding and breaking down the game actually gave me a better insight on a lot of different things. So it's like now, all right, what you got next? So now when I put him on, people is like, look, it's gonna start off slow. It's gonna start off slow.
Yeah.
Don't think that he's just gonna come in and no, like he gotta break you down, like to build you back up. And that's exactly what I did throughout my time, and that's how I was able to get better.
Thanks. You understand it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. All right, cool. I picked this play. It was a nice defensive stop, so I just wanted to take down the critical stops and break it down.
Advancing the ball here, 3.1 seconds left. 2 to tie, 3 to win it. Simmons will put it in. Clock ticks. Oh, and it's Covington.
Was that your man, or that was help side? That's okay. Cool.
My man's out of bounds.
Yeah,
but Ben Simmons is a threat with the ball in his hands. Ben is taking the ball out of bounds. So if Ben doesn't have anybody to sit up here and pass the ball to, Ben is not ineffective. And I've also seen Ben do some crazy things to where he has passed the ball off people that literally not paying him no mind. But me playing with him and knowing tendencies and watching him repetitive, you got certain people on the floor that he don't want to put the responsibility and be that when he has so many different options. You got, I think it was Jay. Oh, you got
that's Seth Curry,
Danny Green, Seth Curry, Tobias, and Joel Embiid. You got a lot of people on the floor that can literally make this play, and it doesn't have to put the pressure on me. So he's going to look for one of these four guys. So now we're guarding 5-on-4, essentially. And the biggest threat on the floor is who?
It got to be Embiid in this moment.
He's the tallest person on the floor. So therefore, they feel like we're outnumbered.
Advancing the ball here, 3.1 seconds left. 2 to tie, 3 to win it.
Oh, I did see he tried to go that over the top look.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So they sandwiched him. So now I see. This is what I'm saying. I'm seeing in real time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to sit up here and be helping on big fella because he's already sandwiched. Now who is open?
Let's go back.
Oh, it's Tobias. Tobias is open slightly.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Facts.
Tobias is open slightly, but Ben sees it. Now you see how Ben's momentum is now coming
forward.
in.
He trying to get the.
If I would have been there and been focused on that, Ben would have threw the ball off of me and tried to go make a play.
Mm-hmm.
If
Facts.
If it was somebody else.
Yeah.
So, because I've seen him do it. And I just, like I said, I'm studying the play, I'm studying the formation, and realizing, like, in real time, like, that's, my nickname became the fastest hands in the West. Fastest hands in the East. I led the league for years in deflection. So, you know, I was always good with creating disruption, stops, whatever the case may be. And just having fun with it. Like,
sure.
I practiced this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I really had drills that literally I would mimic me having to use my hands, fast reaction, fast switches.
Mm-hmm.
Same way we practice formation, form shooting, and all that. I practice these things. So I have to sit up here and read and react in real time because that's part of my game.
No, facts. Definitely good read. All right, cool. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this is just a defensive mix. I ain't gonna lie. All still. But we could go. I picked this just a poster. What was your feeling after you did it?
Oh man, that's funny. Dunk is literally read, put it on a poster,
yeah.
And I've always been a 2-foot jumper. Like I've always been a 2-foot jumper, and that was one of those. I'm very springy, like in that regard. So it was just read and react, and the momentum in the play of the game, the momentum of the crowd, like the hypeness of the crowd,
for sure.
All those different things, played a part. So now I had a little bit more juice, and considering TJ's play.
That's good, D.
TJ had a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
So that's it. Yeah, it's funny that you play that.
Thanks.
Oh, come here.
This one I saw KD. So that's one of the toughest players to guard, I'm sure.
Yes.
What in that moment was like you knew he was about to bring it down? It's like I'm about to go get it right there.
Tendencies.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I'm good at that because I'm watching. Once people do this and they put the ball, there's no way you can pick the ball back up.
Facts.
So I'm watching in real. These are the stuff that I see in real time.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, like it's simply just me reading, reacting. This is the stuff that I practice. I've always been quick with my hands. Mm-hmm. I've always been a disruptor in that regard. So now let's hone in on the skill.
Facts.
Like I'm long. I got 7'4" wingspan. Like it's a massive, like, so the amount of space that I cover, like, is unusual.
For sure.
Like, I scratch my knees with me standing up without having to bend down.
Yeah.
Like, so it's one of those things where, like I said, I'm reading. Like, once I know that you're gonna say a certain move, certain momentum, like, you could probably find hundreds of clips of that, of me just doing that alone.
For sure.
So, like, the compilation, like, we'll watch that. Like, and I can just guide you through what's going on in that real time. It's crazy how things happen, and like I said, just defensive mindset, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what this one is. Okay, cool. This was your first game getting traded back to Houston, I think, wasn't it?
Nah.
Okay, the announcer had said welcome back, but was it the first home game?
Mm-mm. No, my first game was actually in LA.
Okay. What was this reaction hitting the shot?
I mean,
Something like
I've had big. We still lost the game, but
Oh shit.
we still lost the game because Bogdanovich hit a crazy shot.
Yeah.
So it hurt. Like the excitement behind it. Like I've been in this place before. We played against Portland. You got to get a stop first.
Yeah.
You can't celebrate too early because you celebrate too early. That feeling of what we felt from this one, that other one, like I was geeked, but it's like we still gotta get a stop.
Thanks.
We didn't get a stop, so the feeling wasn't the same as the one that happened in Philly.
Yeah.
This one's like, dang. Just had this. I knew how this was gonna blow up,
Facts.
but now this is gonna overhype that
Yeah.
because it's a game winner. It's a dagger. It's all of that. So that moment kind of goes away, and I was hurt by it.
Okay, cool. Facts. So after a loss like that, you gotta talk to the media. How, like, when people ask questions, 'cause some reporters just ask crazy questions.
Yeah.
How is it like mentally? Like I can't talk crazy, but just.
I mean, some people do.
Yeah.
Some people do. I mean, I've never had a reason to talk crazy.
Facts.
I've never had a reason to talk crazy, but
Yeah.
I've been disappointed. In a lot of different things, but
Yeah.
I've never had a reason to talk crazy.
For sure.
For no reason. Like,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that we lost that game, but that's part of the game. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
So one small thing can literally disrupt the entire trajectory of an outcome. So, and that's what happened. That shot was crazy.
Facts. I gotta pull that clip up later. But all right, cool. I think it's the defense we're talking about.
Here's Pascal, sees a lane, closes off the cut. Mills. Quiet night for Mills. Get the score. Durant lines it up.
That's good D on that shot.
Yeah. You see, I'm reading you.
3 and 2. Siakam close out by Covington. Spins around. Continues on defense. Clock is down to 6. Having a catch. Kyrie.
Good D.
Loses it.
The ball is exposed. The ball is exposed.
It's a good play.
Being in the right spot at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
But you notice that I'm always active with my hands.
Facts.
My hands are always.
That's tough.
This ain't the play I was talking about Kyrie, but you see,
Yeah, that's good D.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Ball exposure.
Facts. Oh.
That's one thing that I'm super good at is.
And this will always keep you in the league. Facts. Like,
Yeah.
People don't realize it. Nah, that's good stuff. All right, cool. So more of that. Now we go back to the out of all the stars you played with, who brought the most intensity in practice?
In practice,
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook.
Okay, cool. What you got a moment in particular where
he just come in the gym? The way you see Russ on the court, that's Russ. Like if you talking about it at any given moment, like they gonna always be themselves.
Yeah,
it's Russ
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And in today's NBA, who do you think is the best player right now?
The best player. That's tough. I would say between Luka, Joker, Shea, of course, those three.
Yeah, for sure.
But if I had to pick one out of those three, Shea's the smoothest, but I think most overall, Joker.
Facts. Nah, for sure. The thing about Shea is he's so efficient. I haven't seen a
Yeah.
guard that efficient. Even like Kobe. Kobe was not that efficient, but Kobe still hitting tough shots.
Yeah.
Shea getting to his spot every tough shot. It seemed like it go in.
Yeah.
And
That's what they works at. And he's playing at his pace. He's playing at his rhythm. And he might win MVP again this year.
nah, for sure.
Yeah, he might win MVP again this year. But I would say of those three, I would take Joker.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now, when somebody comes into the league like a star player, like everybody scored 30, 40, 50 in college, right? So what makes somebody be like, okay, this guy can get 20 shots, but this guy can't get?
Knowing your role, like
Yeah.
your game evolves, but this is a business.
For sure.
Like everybody can't score the ball like that. Everybody can't be the guy like that. Like there's people that have to complement the actual guys. Like it's a get in where you fit in,
For sure.
essentially. Because when it comes down to it, the ball gonna be in so and so's hand at the end. What can you do to be more effective? Like whether it's running the floor, whether it's extra rebounds, whether it's defensive mindset, it was a defensive presence, like all of those different things, like is what determines. Because all these kids in high school and college, they praise, they the man, they X, Y, and Z,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody don't need that.
Facts.
How can you sit there and be effective? Like me, I wasn't the best defender when I was in high school, college.
For sure.
Like I was an all around player, but then as I got older and understood what I needed to do, I had a coach, two coaches actually, Brett Brown and Lloyd Pierce, sit down with me and say, "Son, you can shoot the piss out the ball, but if you can't sit down and guard somebody and really guard somebody, you're not gonna stay in the league."
That's real. That's real.
He said, "You got a gift, like a gift that is about to literally take off within the league.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that be the only thing that becomes your gift.
Yeah.
Like you got to add more to be more effective, because the more effective you are, the more money you're gonna make. And don't you want to make money?"
Facts.
Said, absolutely. I didn't, before this, I ain't had no money,
For sure.
so I wasn't getting under the table stuff, like all of that. Like I wasn't getting taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
I was good, but I wasn't getting the extra stuff like all these other kids was.
Facts.
So I had to get it out the mud. I had to get it grind it out.
For sure.
So like I had to do what I needed to do as far as, evolving my game. And it took repetition. It took years of me getting to the point to where I made my first all team defense.
For sure.
First team defense. So like, just being recognized in that regard, and then from years after, like being known as one of the best defenders in the league, like that just shows. And then my name is in the place of elite greats.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, so I mean, that's what it's all about, is leaving your mark and leaving your presence.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I still got a lot in me,
Nah,
a lot of
sure.
basketball in me.
Yeah.
So, but the way that, like I said, the way that the game is right now, like it's what needed. Like the game is all this. Everybody's this. Nobody's guarding.
Facts.
There are people that's guarding, but how often are we really seeing it?
Yeah. Nah, for real.
So
Nah, that's cool for sure. So, what is your favorite road trip story or locker room story in the league that you had?
road trip story. I would say my time in my time in LA.
Yeah.
When my boy John Wall, like, because we weren't playing like that, like we would just randomly just find like places to just hang out.
Yeah.
And, like we spent a lot of time as far as kind of processing the things that was really happening in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And me and John grew closer like that. And of course, we played against each other for years in Philly when he was in Washington. But we grew closer when we became teammates, and I got to understand John in a different light and different lens. And we became essentially brothers. And we would just randomly, we would go find dinner, find a spot, go to everywhere.
Yeah.
Like we would go grab dinner, we would hang out for a bit, and then we just chop it up for hours. Like it wasn't nothing extravagant. We wasn't going to a lot of places that were super fancy. Like we would just find a spot and we just go chill.
Nah,
like
for sure.
super laid back, and we kind of had to talk each other through the stuff that was going on because neither one of us understood like the dynamics and why they happened. But just being in that space and having somebody that you can relate to, like we got a whole lot.
Yeah. Okay, cool, for sure. All right, and the last question I got is, what is some advice that you would give to the next generation of players trying to get there?
The advice that I would give the next generation is find something that's going to make you effective.
For sure.
Like everybody can't be a scorer, everybody can't be a shooter, everybody can't be the guy because the guys are already there. The people that you can come in and add, but you're not going to be the main guy. Not always. Now, some of you are. Don't let your ego sit up here and get the best of you. Because that's what happens. A lot of people get the egos and they get caught up in X, Y, and Z and then the expectations. Put the work in. Nothing's guaranteed. You can have the best talent in the world. But if you ain't got the work ethic, if you ain't got the discipline, if you ain't got the mental capacity, it don't matter.
Facts.
Stuff off the court can sit up here and affect you. Stuff, if you doing stuff that literally, it's always somebody watching.
For sure.
Always somebody watching. Like, and if you think they're not, you a fool.
Facts.
You a fool. So I say get grounded, get in the gym, understand things ain't gonna go your way. If you not, most times they not. Like you control what you can control. Long as you do your work, you do what you need to do. Like everything else, take care of itself. Like understand that the journey is gonna have highs and lows.
For sure.
It ain't gonna be easy. Stay prayed up, like stay close to God, and He'll help you navigate through it.
No, for sure.
He'll help you navigate through it. The moments that speak loud, find people that you can confide in. Find people that can keep you close. Like, because everybody dealing with stuff. Everybody got stuff going on. Like, he just lost a partner that, just took his life because he just couldn't take it. So, take care of your mental first and foremost because there's a lot of things out here, a lot of people out here that are dealing with stuff that they can't even fathom. And when I say, being a person that's dealt with, struggles as well, like just understanding of things, like why, like question I always ask was why me? But I understood once I got to the place of why me, because it's something within me that is trying to get out. Like there's more understanding, there's more growth, there's more love, there's more leadership, there's more a bunch of different things, but it's being met through trials, it's being met through tests, it's being met through all those different things to help evolve you. And if you don't tap in, you ain't gonna be able to fully experience the fullness of yourself.
Facts.
If you don't tap in, if you don't do the work. Because anything can happen as far as people gonna do whatever to you, but how do you respond?
No, for sure.
Because the world ain't gonna always be your best friend. How do you respond? Goes back to what I was saying before. You control what you can control. Like, and that's one thing that I've gotten to the place. I don't gotta sit up here and I don't understand half of the things that have happened. It's not meant for me. But how do I handle it through it? That was one I struggled with before. It's like what I was saying before. Why me?
For sure.
And I understood it because people are intimidated by me.
Facts.
People are intimidated by me, but in many different facets. And just keep being you. Like, keep evolving. Like, no matter what that looks like, only you know, the people that's close to you. Like, my reason and my why is my little girl.
For sure.
My family. Because if I keep evolving, I become the best version of myself for them as well. Not just for me, because it puts me in a better position to lead my family.
For sure.
Keep family close. That's the main thing, is keep family close. It's hard to deal with a lot of the outside world eat you if you allow it.
No, facts.
Outside world eat you if you allow it. So be grounded, be in the gym. The world's a ruthless place.
No,
Surround yourself with people that truly have your best interests at heart, because there are predators out here.
For sure. Yeah, y'all heard the man. Appreciate it as always.
Yeah, appreciate you, baby.
Yes, sir. Clear the air, man.
For that.